Is there a child in here that we heard crying before?
That was like a whistle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost dimension.
Well, hello everybody, and I hope everybody is here and been having an awesome time and brand new month, right? We're all here in June, can you believe it? And I'm back from a little bit of taking off some time for self, and I'm also gonna hang on one second here because this is kind of crazy. Birds keep jumping on it. I am going to be more sporadic. I won't be on a set day. So in order to make sure you guys don't miss any of the lives, if you want readings and stuff, sorry, I'm just kind of like trying to, yeah, the birds keep landing on stuff. I just need you guys to kind of follow and like, and then you'll be able to keep up with when I'm on. I'm going to pick different days here and there, as some people are working and I've had some other things to look at. And so I want to be able to essentially be reading for everyone that wants a read here on the stream. So if you follow me here on Facebook or Instagram, and follow the kids over on Ghost Dimension, also on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, you'll find me. So make sure you all like it, share it, do whatever you need to do to be able to share the energy. Okay, I hope everybody's doing well, and I do want to do a special call out to our dear friend from the Ghost Dimension family, Julie Gibbert. Recently her other half passed, and I'm just so sorry that this has happened. He was very young. And I know you guys have this tight bond, and you guys were good. And Paul was part of our family as well. And even though I'm across the pond, I offer prayers and healing up for his family and for Julie in this time of grief. So if you all can remember to keep them in mind during your talks, walks, prayers, whatever it is, thoughts, because she's going to need that extra push from all of us. And we just need to let her know we're all here for her. Okay. Hi, how are you, Dan? Yeah, I can give you a read. We'll start off with you today. I hope, you're welcome. You know, I hope everybody's doing well. A lot of the reason why I was gone, there's, excuse me, nothing that's bad going on, but I just needed to take some time for me. When people that do what I do, and there's a lot of us out there, it takes a lot of energy. And y'all know, if you've been following me for any length of time, for the past 4 or 5 years, I've been just, my body has not been a happy. I've had a couple surgeries on my back. I broke my femur. I had COVID, all that stuff. So I'm just trying to take some time for self, and then I'll be out and reading for people whenever sporadically I'm guided to do so. I'll be up and out every week, but I'm not sure exactly what day it'll be. All right. Okay, so Dan, you're first on the chopping block. Let's see what I can do for you. Oh, and in other words, as you can hear Mango screaming, I'm really sorry. You will hear another bird answering him. I have two new lovebirds that I brought in a month after, actually a month and a half or so after Pip passed, because he needs friends. The parakeets have each other. They were a rescue that I took in. Phoenix has me, and I'm his other half, but I needed some company for Mango to play with. I can't show you right now. It'll be another month or so. You can follow me. They're on my pages. I've posted about them. One has got a red beak and looks just like Mango, but really, really brighter colors. And the other one is blue, white, and gray, and a little bit of black. Her name is actually Blueberry. That's the name she came with. I've been calling her Blue and Boo. She was really stressed out, and she's kind of recovering from all of that. And that was one of the reasons I did volunteer to take them, because they have a great system down at Birds and Beaks Rescue Rehab. They have a lot of large parrots. They just recently were asked to go to the SPAC, which is the animal cruelty people, down in Detroit area, and they wound up seizing over 400 birds with the law. So they've got a lot going on, and two little lovebirds are mushed in the middle of all that. So I've got them home here, and you guys will be able to see them more on the lives as they're here for a while, okay? But they're very timid right now. They're very shy. They're just kind of getting used to it. But I think we're on our way to getting over the hump with Boo. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, Dan, let's see what I can pull for you today. Hang on. My fingers don't want to work. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, these have been coming up a lot recently, and I actually have been working on some totems and some spirit walkers that I create, and they keep popping up. So today, your card, Dan, is the great horned owl. The owl, right? Okay, so owls are amazing creatures. And the great horned is the biggest of all of them. They have a 6-foot wingspan, and they can take their head and go all the way to the back, bring it back, and then all the way to the back on the other side. They see with great detail. They also have great eyesight in the night, and they are what we consider within my culture keepers of wisdom, okay? So for you today, what I'm seeing coming through is you need to kind of really take that better look at everything that's going in right now in your life. That sacred circle that you have, it's like you haven't been really paying attention the way you need to the tiny details of the people that you are important to you that are in this circle, the things that matter to you the most in this circle. You need to kind of go in and clean it out. It doesn't mean you'll lose connection with particular people. If you take them and put them outside of that sacred circle for a while, maybe they'll come back. Maybe it's just their time to not be in that tight-knit circle. So you need to do a little house cleaning. And then the other thing is they're having you look, and we all do this, right? We all have different journeys that we're on. We're all influenced by outside things. We're all learning as we walk. Even me, you know, I've done some crappy things in my lifetime I'm not proud of, but they were experiences that I've learned, and it helped shape me into the person that I am now. So why I'm saying this is they're telling you to look. They want you to look, not so much at everybody else, but they want you in retrospect to look at yourself. Look at yourself over the past couple years, where you were, where you've gotten to, and everything in between. And address, make changes that you need to change. Let things go. Forgive yourself. Love yourself. Um, accept that you're not perfect and it's okay. And maybe you did some things that weren't so great. It doesn't matter what it is. It all created the person that you are right now. So they want you to take a good look at that, clean it all out, and continue moving forward in positives. Um, sometimes it's harder to hear it and do it than it is actually to say it. There's a lot of things. I look back in my life and, I don't want to admit I did that, like in my 20s, in my 30s, but I did. And if you accept it and you move past it and you say, okay, it's a learning moment for me, that's what they're coming through with for you today. Once you do that, and again, it's not always easy to look at truths because sometimes we embellish and we make things better than what they really were. So this is what they want you to do. They want you to take that hard look at self and get rid of and move away and make things right and turn stuff that was negative into positives and move forward. Okay, so that is your card of the day, Sir Dan, and it's the Great Horned Owl. Thanks for popping on. It's always good to see everybody. And I can tell you right now, yeah, I'll get you too, Chloe. I'll tell you right now, I miss you all. Obviously, I'm trying to unplug a little bit from the world, I guess I'd say, like social media. It's not that I'm not on it, but I'm not on it as much as I used to be. So I'll check my email, I check my messages, I check posts 3 or 4 times a day, but I'm not on it 100% of the time. So that's been a big thing for me, trying to move away from negatives because negatives are everywhere. And I'm just tired of it. The world's not a great place. So we try to make our own places, our own friends, our own circles that we travel in good, right? We try to pull in those positives so it imprints in others. And then what happens is that good, that positivity will ripple out to everybody. Okay, so Chloe, let's see what kind of card I can pull for you today, my dear. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, okay. I'm actually working on some new ones of these. All right, so your card today is the Dream Catcher. Okay, and that is a dream catcher that I made a long time ago. Okay, so what the Dream Catcher brings forward is kind of like, okay, how we create our lives. Okay, think of your life, just like I said to Dan, think of your life in your sacred circle, right? We are in control of things that happen, things that come into us that we allow or we don't allow. We're the gatekeeper of all of that. And what people don't realize is it's our responsibility to take care of self. And by that, I mean, we make choices, and choices, everybody's got free choice and will. So we can make choices. Maybe those choices won't be what everybody else wanted you to do, but it's right for you. Maybe they're choices that weren't good for you and you want to like change it up, right? So the dream catcher, okay, is woven, okay? It's like a spider web. So it's up to you to weave it, strengthen things that you want to keep, strengthen that webbing, strengthen that dream catcher out so that it can grow and manifest into new positives. Sometimes you'll have something go right through those spider webs or the dream catcher, right? And you'll have to repair it. Other times, however, you will have the ability to put up your own perimeters and bring in your own positives. And Spirit is just stepping in because everything is getting foggy and froggy over on this side. Okay, so I have a grandfather energy stepping in for you right now, Chloe. This is a man, an older man. He's also saying someone that you knew him, but you weren't super tight with him. It's like he's coming in to explain that it just wasn't his personality here. And you can see it's getting really, really foggy and blurry. Gotta love that. And it's like he loves you, he loved you, he continues to love you, but he didn't know how to express that. So sometimes it came across very gruff I would imagine is how he's trying to, like, somebody that's just, they don't show a lot of emotion. And part of it is because of the era he was born in and grew up was all about that. Men were taught that, emotions for men are not great, it's hard for them to express because that's not how they were taught when they grew up. He's there though, and the word I'm hearing for you is he's a champion for you. Okay, so whatever you're like looking to do, whatever you're wanting to move into, he's kind of like, okay, and he's showing me something really funny right now. You ever see those commercials? And I think they're on some game, whether it's PlayStation or Xbox, where they use the virtual reality glasses, and you see them with like, they have swords, but they don't really have, they're just using their hand, and things are flying at them, and the person playing the game is smacking these things. We don't see them, but the person with the virtual eyeglasses, right, or the virtual reality piece to the game can see. This is what he's doing for you. You may not be able to see him, but he's standing in front of you and he's pushing off as much of the negativity that he can for you. And it's very important that you know this, and you're not alone. He's like, I'm here. We might not have been as close as we should have been when I was alive, but I'm here right now. So that's what he's going to leave you with. And remember that the dream catcher, the webbing also, it collects negatives and only allows positives to come through. Okay, that's the purpose of the dream catcher. So that's your read for today, Chloe, and I hope it resonates for you. And let's see if I can get him to go. And your card was the dream catcher. Okay. All right. So, oh, guess who this is? I'll bet you I know who this is. I'll bet you it is Margaret. Yeah, Margaret, I'll get you a card. No problem. Let's see. We'll start with you. Okay, hang on. I'm going to roll this down to where you are. Okay. All you guys. All you guys. All right. I know Sean and Bex are busy. They've been doing the TV and the movie thing, and the kids have, and they're busy filming, and Paul and Jane are out with them, which is great to see. And they got new episodes that are going to be launching or have already started to launch. So everybody's busy this year, which is really good. Everybody's active. All right. So Margaret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. This is I love these critters. You got the turtle today. Okay. So the turtle comes through. There's like many conceptions of turtles. They can both stay on land and be in water. This time of the year, many of them are kind of coming out of the water to dig holes, plant the eggs, lay the eggs, pack it up, and go back to what they normally would do. So this is what I'm seeing for you is you're trying to attain a balance between two things, two places, two events, two groups of people, right? And that's what they're showing me is water's on one side, land's on the other. So you have these two groups. They aren't really connected. So you're the connector, right, between these two groups, because you do something here and then you do something there, but they're not really next to each other. So it's kind of a conscious decision that you make to do one or the other, whichever way you're taking. Okay, so one of the other things that is really right now is this is the beginning of a new season for you, a new cycle for you. Like you're at the beginning of it, and it's going to be like new things that you're going to do. You're not going to do them the same way you used to, but you're going to bring and grab different kind of creativity to it, different kinds of thought to it. Just know that this is an inspirational time for you to step out and do what you love to do. They're also showing me that they're using the turtle going back into its shell. You're also beginning to feel in your own comfort zone. And when you need to pull back from wherever, whoever, whenever, you've got that comfortable space to go back into and just kind of like what I was doing, right? Recharge, right? So you're good with everything that goes on. And it's like you've come leaps and bounds from where you were years back, and there's more joy with you right now, and you're learning to express yourself better with up to others, for others, with others. So it's a big creativity crunch for you right now, not only creatively but socially. So use that time and know you've got it, and you've got the experience to move forward with whatever happens and whatever you choose to do for a change. All right, you're at such a great place. So your card is the Turtle, Margaret, and I love you. Thank you so much for coming in. Okay, let me see. Yeah, Paul Gore. It's a lot, and I was actually kind of celebrating life. This Tuesday was the 4th year that the wolf has left the human, and kind of celebrating that. And I look at it very differently than some people do, because we're energy, and energy continues. And the spirit world comes to us and guides us and assists us and lavishes love and support for us on the other side. Not even necessarily the other side, just in the different realm where the energy goes. We can't destroy energy, and our soul's energy leaves our bodies, our human bindings, so to speak. So I look at it and I think, Paul's going to be greatly missed, and it's going to be a hard thing for some people to grieve. And it's not something we get over. It's something, though, that we all face some point of our life, right? We grieve. So just remember to be kinder to people, because you never know what they're going through. Be supportive. Sometimes it's just reaching out and saying, hey, I'll listen. And you don't do anything. You just listen. You sit quietly and just listen and give them comfort. So just remember that, okay? All right, Dazzle. Ooh, you guys are changing your names. That's just crazy. I don't know who anybody is. Okay. All right, so hi, yeah, and you know what? I'll just give you a card because I know down below somewhere. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm sorry you missed me. But I'm around. Don't think I'm not. Again, just like we all have stuff going on. That's kind of what I was doing. Is, I have also, which you guys may laugh at. I have all my grown kids from other mothers too. That have been kind of coming here to see Mama Bear and reaching out, and have had things going on in their lives. So I've been present for them. A lot of them are your age and a little older than some of you. But so yeah, I've been, just doing what I do, just not on streaming. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. That's funny. I was thinking about this animal the other day. All right. So your card today is the badger. Okay. So the badger. Gotta love badgers. Okay. So badgers are the kind of creature that when people see them, they don't want to mess with them. Okay. Because badgers are extremely, extremely stubborn, extremely, extremely bullheaded. Okay. This is a trait that you don't always use, but when you use it, it's like the road ahead of you was clear, right? And I get that you learned this, and it's not that it's not kind, it's just kind of needs to be stepped into, that kind of feeling, or that kind of emotion that you're putting out. You need to stand your ground more, and that's what the badgers do. They pound, but it's also something you learn from, I want to say it's your dad. And it's really funny because all day yesterday, I swear to God, it was your dad that kept following me around saying, you need to get back on there, you need to. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So the stubbornness, and the stamping of your feet to hold on to what you believe is right, because you don't want to listen to anybody else at this time or over whatever matter it is through him. So you've learned this. But it's okay, because sometimes you need to learn to stand up for yourself. And this is what the card is really about. It's about standing up for yourself. You don't have to feel guilt. You don't have to be worried about what so and so is going to think about it, or if it's going to make somebody happy or not. It's not about that. It's about you and the choices that you make. You need to begin by making yourself happy, stepping into your own, what I call power, your own abilities, your own, path, your own journey. Nobody else can walk it for you. Nobody else can do it for you. No one else can map it out for you. It has to be you. Okay. And in the best interest of you, you're the one. And if people approach you or even, come up and suggest, oh, that's not a good, it's not them. And that's when that badger energy of, look, this is what I'm doing. These are my boundaries I'm setting up, and I'm the one doing it. So I don't have to feel guilty or ashamed because you're thinking it's not something I should do, or how I should walk, or how I should be, okay, or how I attain my joy in my life, okay? That's what the badger's bringing to you today. So be that. Set your own boundaries up, and don't take them down and waffle because somebody's like saying, oh, you should never have done that. Stand in your own truth. Be who you're supposed to be, and walk forward with your dreams, with your things that you want to manifest. Do it. It works. But if we continue to add fear, or we continue to add questions to things, or we hesitate too long, that's us inside doing that. And then you don't move forward. You don't do anything, because it is up to us as individuals to do that. Okay, so I love you, Precious. I'm glad you're here, and I was able to say hey, and there you go. It's the badger. One of the things that I've actually told a couple people this week, very similar things, Precious, was you need to not add fear to things. So, and I gave this example, and I'll give this example to you guys. I'm not wealthy. I live on a very limited budget. I have my home. I have my babies. Oh, and since all of you were here before, I lost Mulan. Mulan finally passed. She's 20 years old. She had a great life. She passed in my arms. It was very calm and peaceful, but I don't have a cat here anymore. I'm not going to get another cat. I have my birds, and I take care of some of the outside cats outside. So it's all good. But what you got to remember is when we add fear to things like, oh my God, I don't know if I can ever blah, blah, blah this ever again, or how am I going to do this? I can't even think of how. So what happens is when we put those kind of words out to the universe, or the fear, right? Like if I came up and I was short on a bill and I'm like, oh man, I'm so scared, I'm not going to be able to get that bill paid, blah, 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 blah. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? The universe will bring that back to you in negatives, okay? But if you look at things and say, it's okay, I leave it to the universe, things will happen as they are supposed to happen. They really do. It's a hard thing to put that trust out there to have it happen, but I can tell you there are things that have happened over the past few years. There is no explanation for me other than I didn't add fear, and I trusted what was supposed to be would happen. So that's what you all need to do a little bit more. And you know what? We are, Chloe, spiritually paranormal. We are gonna do that, and I'm gonna talk with her sometime this week, and it'll probably be back on, if not next week, it'll be on the following week. Part of it is she's been super busy at the real estate office. They've had a lot of things that she has had to take care of, and she wasn't feeling good. She got sick a couple times as well with a bad cold. And we just needed to take a break to recharge ourselves. But we will be back. Within a couple weeks, we should be back. Okay, Chloe? Thanks for checking, though. I appreciate it. All right, so let me go down here a little bit. What's going on here? Oh, that's always fun, Margaret. Oh, it's always fun. I can tell you same things happening over here. Yesterday, I could barely get up and walk. The weather is hot one day, cold the next. We're going from 80 degrees to 40 degrees, and it's really been playing havoc on my body. So just do what you need to do for you. If you need to rest and take it easy, just do that. Sometimes if you're getting pins and needles in your legs, it can also be back issues, spine issues. That's what I have. So you need to take care of yourself and do what you need to do for you. Yes, you can. I will give you a reading, Leanne. All right, let's see. Hi, Lorraine. I see you down there too. Hang on, I'll get to you guys. All righty. I've been just giving myself, and I'm actually, since I've unplugged, I've actually kind of gotten into a different schedule time-wise with me, my days. So I've been doing a lot of creative things. I've also been doing something that I haven't been able to do in a while, like probably 5 years or so, is I've been cleaning out the house. So in other words, old boxes with stuff and all that kind of stuff, because I've had time. And let me tell you, it's a great feeling to do all that stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And of course, the brat, the toddler, I've got him locked up right now because he's been running the floors all day. All right, there's your card today, the Raven. Okay, well, the first thing I saw for you, Leanne, is the Raven just came in and literally put something in front of you. First, I thought it was like, yeah, no, it is. It's like a piece of corn that they're putting in front of you. And okay, it's like seed to grow. So this is about you manifesting some things that you want to manifest. Make sure that you plant the seed at the right time, the right place. And this doesn't mean like it's metaphorically, okay? It doesn't mean go out and plant your garden. That's not what it's saying. But it's like they're saying seeds for your future. So things maybe that you've been thinking about, things that you've been wanting to do, but you're not sure how to put it out, when to put it out to the universe. Now is the time. And the Raven keeps coming in. And the Raven will also work with you spiritually. They're the keeper of the in-between. And they're also showing me, because they are the keepers of the in-between, there's some things that you wanted signs for, like recognition for. Some people get numbers. Some people find dimes. Some people find pennies. Some people have music play out of the blue, a song or something that you recognize, okay? So this is what they're saying. And they're saying trust your gut, because the things that are coming through for you are very positive, but you're the one that has to take that next step forward. So make sure the seed of thought, right, is planted well, and don't change that seed of thought. So if you wait for a week and whatever it is that you put out there isn't there yet, you don't worry about it. It'll get there at the perfect time. The Ravens are also, as I said, the messengers of in between. And I feel that spirit is getting like in touch with you while you're in your dream state. So make sure that if you wake up during the night or when you wake up in the morning, whatever you remember, you're writing down, because they're saying some of it when you wake up, or even in the middle of the night, if you wake up, you remember it at that moment, but later on you don't. So they're telling you, be very conscious of that, because I think that's something with what they're showing me. There's something that you've been wanting to be responded to. So pay attention to that particularly. And again, they're the keeper of the in-between, but they will come and they will sass you. 100% they'll sass you if you don't do what you're supposed to be doing. And I say that from experience. If there's something I kind of want to blow off that I don't want to do, that spirit wants me to do, the Ravens show up, and they will follow me on the outside of the house while I'm inside the house to every window until I acknowledge them. So just do what you're supposed to be doing, put the positives out, and the positive responses will come back to you. And that's your card. And I hope that resonates for you today. So thanks for coming on today, Leanne. Woo! Let's see what we've got. I'm gonna come back down here. Okay, Lorraine. Hi, Natalie. Oh, thank you, Lorraine. I appreciate that. I try, um, what does it do to put out negative energy, right? We got to be there for other people. Hang on, I got to open the window a little bit. Ooh, pardon me, I need some air. Um, it's easy to be negative, especially in the world we're in right now. Let me get this out of there. Okay, especially with the world that we're in now, negatives are always around us, so it doesn't help to put more negatives out. It just doesn't. Plus, it doesn't help you internally. For me, I like to stay positive. That's the way we try to be with everybody. Okay, so Natalie, let's see what I can get for you today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, well, this is an interesting card for you today. You have the Earth. Okay, everybody's like, oh, why? What the Earth? Well, the Great Mother. Recently, between the Great Mother and Mother Nature itself, I've been calling them bipolar, okay? Because one day it's 80, the next day it's 40, even in the spring, and we are still in the spring. Everybody thinks we're already in the summer, but that doesn't happen until the 21st of this month, okay? So the Earth, speaking when that comes up for you, I keep saying grounding, okay? Grounding. You need to continue to ground. And by grounding, I mean you step away. Even if you're at the office, I used to do this when I was down at the medical center, right? I would literally step out of the building just to take 7 nice cleansing breaths, hold them, 1 for each direction. And then I would just say, okay, release all that. If it's negativity, if it's stress, whatever it is. And then you walk back into whatever that situation is. For me, it was work at that time, okay? But I still do it now. If I'm working with clients or I'm doing a reading or just I need that break or I'm working on some art project or the toddler's driving me crazy because he won't stay where he needs to stay and follows me on the floor all the way around the house. Sometimes you just have to release that energy, okay? So this is what I'm seeing for you. Just release the energy. Go out and ground. And I'm seeing this. There's a lot of contention around you right now, not from you or because of you. It's just other people and other situations around you. And what it's doing is it's giving you that negative feeling. It's giving you that stress. It's giving you that, and I will say this, like PTSD, right, from certain situations. And I keep feeling that. So you have to remove yourself, not entirely, you don't have to leave the people, but you need to remove yourself from that energy, or when they leave or when you leave that space, let it go. Okay. And when you do, things will come in clearer for you. And it's not your job to make sure everybody else does everything the way they're supposed to or the right way or get along. That's not your job. We can step in as humans and attempt to assist people to come to a better solution or to get along. But basically, it's not our job. They have to be willing to do that. And that's what I'm seeing with you. You need to keep grounded so that all this stuff doesn't bother you, that it doesn't kind of bleed over into your own life, okay? You don't need to take everybody else's junk. I don't. I hate it. I hate taking in all that stuff, that anxiety from people, that grief, that hate that's going around in the world. And it's a lot. I've literally unplugged, Natalie, from, I don't put the news on. I don't put the TV on. I listen to the radio all day, music. I put Spotify on. I listen to music all day. The birds listen to music with me. I have it always playing in the house. I don't plug into everything because as soon as I do to check, which I do maybe once a week, maybe twice a week for a few minutes, to make sure that the world hasn't blown up yet, all I do is hear all this negative, and it's chatter. And it's like, oh my God, it just sets my PTSD, right? Like, oh, I can't do this. So I remove myself from it. And that's why I've taken this past month and a half just to recharge that energy, but the energy that I choose, not the energy that is pushed on us. So we all need to make that connection and make it clear that we're in charge of it. So ground yourself. Okay, this is a real special time for you right now. You need to ground yourself. All right, I hope that resonates for you, Natalie, and thanks for popping on. Oh, thank you so much, Lorraine. I appreciate it. Okay, Gareth. How is Gareth? Hi, Miss Cindy Pinkham is in the house. How are you? Oh, hi, Daniel. Everybody, I want you to welcome Daniel. He's an awesome young man, and he's got a lot of gifts. He's a pretty cool guy. Okay, so for you, Daniel, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a card from my new deck, okay, which is my Spiritual Insight and Sacred Oracle deck. It just came out. So let me shuffle these up. And let me see what I can do for you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All righty. This is your card today, and it is the Fallen. Okay, so the Fallen refers to kind of like, oh, how can I put this? The our past, right? It also refers to the divine energies that fell. They fell from grace, right? It's a story of during creation. It's a story of ancient civilizations. It's the fallen. It's the people that fall out onto the far ends of humanity that are struggling to get where they need to be. But the fallen brings in a lot of different energy, and we've chosen to come into this existence, this human form, this humankind, to be able to balance ourselves better, but also as coming in from a different life path or different existence, whether it's past lives, however you want to word that. We come in to make our souls better. We bring our souls back to experience new things, or maybe things that we didn't accomplish in our past lives. And in doing so, we walk as both student and teacher, okay? But we're always students and we're always teachers, because there's always people that don't know or understand what we may know at the moment. And there's also people that know more than we do. So by being the fallen, it's not a negative. It's not a bad thing. It's a chance to revive new energy. It's a chance to imprint on others, no matter where you are in your life. Say you're at a point where your life is switching and changing all over. So we lose all that behind us that didn't work out. And it's the fallen. It's fallen off of us. It's gone away. And now we're about to enter a new chapter. And that's where we need to take and make our best choices for ourselves, based on perhaps what we were programmed for when we chose to come back. Personally, and I've said this many times, I don't want to be the one that comes back. I'm done. I've been around too many lifetimes. I just don't want to come back. But you know what? When my soul goes, perhaps I will choose to come back as someone else or something else, right? And this is what it's about for you. You're on this journey, and it is to imprint on others and teach others and learn from others to be the best person that you can. Okay, so that is your card today, and it's the Fallen. All right, thanks for coming on, Daniel. I appreciate having you here. I hope it resonates for you. I'm sure you'll have 1,000 questions. All right, there you go, Miss Lorraine. Yeah, I'll pull you a card. Let me just roll this up a little bit. Oh, Chloe, I see you sent a sticker. The kids will get track of that and make sure it's on the board for them, okay? Thank you for that. I think she, Sean, Bex, whichever one of them do it, they'll make sure you're on the mark. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, You know what? I have not seen these this year on the lake. I haven't seen the sand cranes either. Your card today, Lorraine, is the heron. Okay. I do have white egrets this year, but I have not seen herons, and I have not seen this or heard the sand cranes come in, which is kind of weird. But the weather's changing all over the planet, so I'm not really sure what's going on with all that. Okay, so for you today, we're talking about your perspective. Okay, it's like they're showing me something that's going on that you're a little bit cautious or a little bit reserved about kind of experiencing it or stepping into it. And it's like almost like you would prefer to like go around whatever this is, and that's okay, because it's your choice. The herons bring in about how meticulous they are when they hunt. I love watching them here. That's why I kind of miss them right now, because they walk along my shoreline close to my seawall by the house here, and they take time to step in things. They're very careful. Hey, are you okay? Uh-oh, are you stuck? Okay, nope, sorry, I thought he got stuck on something. That would not be good. Okay, so, the herons, and it's about looking at things, and they're so particular about where they step and their patterns. They're very cautious, but that's what makes them so effective, because they are so super aware of everything around them. So if you do that and look at the bigger picture, Lorraine, you'll see where you need to step. And if you don't have to step into it, as some people would say, don't. It's your choice. You don't have to get involved with them, the project, the event, whatever's going on, maybe someone's life, the part that they're going through. If you don't want to step into it, you don't have to. Make your own choices, but make sure that you really see the entire picture and that you move slow. Don't just jump in blindly, like from what they used to call knee-jerk reaction. Like you see something, and I used to be like that when I was younger. Holy crow, that would get me in trouble when I was in my 20s and my 30s, right? I would just hear the first part of something, and I'd go from 0 to 100 like that quick and get into protect, or what I thought would be to protect or assist somebody. And that's not always what it's about. It's about making sure where we're stepping, because I don't do that anymore. Make sure where you're stepping and who you've got surrounded, that you get involved with whatever it is by choice. And it's very, very loud in my head right now. They're yelling by choice. So nobody else needs to be pushing you, because you have to realize you're the one that's making the choice, not them. They're pushing you. Okay, so what? If you make that step, it's still your choice. Okay, so people can tell us things and guide us to say, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. But we don't have to do that. So don't feel that pressure. Make sure you know what's going on fully before you choose to involve yourself. Okay, so I hope that resonates for you, Lorraine. And that is your card today, the heron. Okay. Okay, well, good. I am glad. Oh, la 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 la. What? Let's see. What's this spell? Oh, that's cool. That's really good. That's really cool. Margaret, I look at when we all first got to know each other, and it's hard to believe that it was like the beginning of 2018, end of 2017, that I started working with Sean and Bex. And it's like, you've come so far, all of you that always come here that have gone through the pandemic and all kinds of life events that we've all had together. Everybody has grown into such positive ways. So I just love having you guys here. Oh, you're what? Oh, that's my kind of dinner. That's my kind of dinner. Don't eat them all. I want my Cocoa Pops. All right. Hi, Vera. How are you? I hope you're well. All right. Gonna scroll down a little bit farther here. Hang on, guys. Yep. See? Be the badger. Be the badger. Well, I missed you guys too. I wasn't that far. I swear to God. I actually accidentally popped on to Bex and Sean's show the other morning. I went in because I wanted to talk to him at the end. And when I went in, it showed up on air. And I was like, oh no. So I've been around. Yeah. We all do. You know, I'm 63, Presh, and I'm still learning. Believe me, I'm still learning. Oh! Hi, Gay. Oh, by the way, I'm still waiting on the cards, just so you know. Yeah, guys, that was really fun. The end of last month, they had a tornado in our state, actually 3, and one of them took out the FedEx complex here in Michigan. And my orders for my cards, my new deck, were kind of in there. The building has completely disappeared, so they're going through what could be there, what was put on the computer, verifying and getting with the company that did the cards for me. So it's going to be a while yet. But hang on, they'll get here soon, I'm hoping. Hi, Deb D. How are you, Deb Diver? Okay, gonna go down, 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 down. Hang on. Looking, everybody's chatting. It's so nice to see. Okay. Jerry! Hawk! Everybody, this is my son from another mother. Hawk, he's one of our admins in our Wolf and Bear Network group. Love it. Love it. Love him too. You're very welcome. Yeah, it's a lot. And then I get fired up, right? The other day, we had an event last week. I take it back. It was last week. I think it was last Thursday. When the court system came on and said that somebody was found guilty with a lot of charges that were against them, federal case, and it was the actual first time that I had actually felt joy. I had actually yelled and screamed and jumped up and down, and I was like, yes, I'll take it. It's a win. Yes. So other than that, I just don't bother with the news. It's just too much. I love you too, you know that. Well, they are quiet. Mango's actually really super quiet because he's super mad at me that I'm only letting him out a little bit each day because I can't have him going over to the new girls yet all day like he wants to, and he gets them riled up. And right now, they need to be, the new ones need to be stress-free. Phoenix is locked up in his cage right now because he's been crawling out. He goes down to the floor and he runs around the house trying to find me in whatever room I'm in, right? So rather than have him driving me insane or pulling on my jean legs, I put him in today. And Mango's actually taking a nap. So yeah, that's about it. All right, gonna go here. Sure you can, absolutely. Hi, Lindsay, I hope you're well. Thanks for popping on. Okay, here we go. All right, 7 cards. Let's see what we got for you today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, I haven't had this card come up in a while. Your card today is the Lion. Okay. So the Lion. Okay, what is the Lion bringing up for you? Okay, this is about cubs. They're showing me a lion, a massive male lion, beautiful lion, but I'm seeing the cubs play around him. I'm seeing 3 in particular, and I don't know why I'm seeing 3, but they're telling me tell you 3, so 3 is a particular number that may mean something to you. It's about the interaction between the big male lion and the cubs. And it's almost like they can climb all over him because they're literally showing me these cubs climbing all over this lion, and he's just chill. He's just like, yeah, whatever. And it's about the interaction that they're having with this male lion. And you're kind of off to the side, so you're not like, it's like you have a separate relationship with cubs, so young ones, right? So you have a separate relationship with young ones, but it's separate from this male. Okay, so I'm taking the fact that they're showing me a male lion with these cubs crawling all over him is it's a male person that's in your life. But again, I'm seeing you kind of divided from him, like you're not present 100% of the time with this male. So the time they get with him, even though he may not be imprinting the way you were wanting this male lion to imprint or interact, it's okay because it's still time, right? It's still time with the big guy. Let's put it that way. Also seeing that some of the energy that you're carrying is a female lion. And if you know anything about lions, the females are the ones that are in charge of the pride, not the males. The males will go out and protect, like far away, but the female lions are there with the cubs, and they're the hunters. They're the primary hunters. They hunt in groups. They protect in groups. The females are, let me just put it this way, they're kind of badass, right? Like, wow, I want to be able to do it. Kind of like watching a movie, right? Like a Marvel movie, and you see a female Marvel hero, right? Woo, they're really badass. This is what they're showing me with you. You're the female that's in charge, the lioness that's in charge, and you're a hero. You're the strength of the pride. You're the strength of your unit, okay? And they said, keep doing that and keep going on that path, and you'll learn more as you go. But they're also telling you to remember to do some things just for yourself. And this is why I'm seeing like the separation, I think, is sometimes you need to take out just for you instead of taking care of everybody in the pride, so to speak, with the lions. You need to be focused on caring for yourself once in a while as well. Even if it's 10-15 minutes a day, do something just for you. But yes, this is what I'm seeing, and it's more of a, and I don't mean a physical separation with anybody you're with, but the energy is completely different with the male lion and the cubs than it is with you. Okay, so I hope that resonates. That's what they're showing me. So there you go. Your card today, Lindsay, is the lion. All right, let's see what you have to say. Oh, wow. Okay, well, that is really cool. So if you see him again, Lorraine, can you send some my way? Because I kind of miss them. I love them. They are just cool. All right, I'm going to go down a little bit farther. Oh, well, yeah, well, you got to understand here. Hang on a minute. Let me try to get this clear again. Okay, so you have to remember the birds I got are the same place I got from rescue and rehab where I got Phoenix. Okay, yeah, I hear you and I see you. Stop. I hate when they want to be bossy. Okay, so let me tell you again. Here we go. Okay, so the place I got these new lovebirds from was the rescue rehab where I got Phoenix from. Now, they had just gone in with a group in Michigan called the SPAC, which they take care of animals that are kind of in cruel situations, or they rescue them or whatever, right? And then they send them out to rescue groups that are here in the state. Sometimes they have to reach out farther depending on what kind of creatures they are. Well, last month, take that back. In April, the end of April, they were called to somewhere downstate from me, closer to where Tay lives, and they were called in by the police of this particular city if they could come and help because they had birds that needed to be rescued. So they went in and they thought it was going to be a few birds, and it wound up to be a room, a big room like my room here, full of 400 plus cockatiels, probably about 100 different kinds of parrots, and all of them were free flying in the room, and they were fed by the people who owned the house. They opened the door to the particular room they were in and just threw seed on the floor. Parrots were not in cages. They were on the floor, big parrots like macaws, on the floor. Some of them were kept in boxes. They literally found, I think it was like 3 or 4 parrots, one of them being a highly rare parrot. Like, you don't see these as pets. Usually zoos may have them, but they are so infrequent to see in person. They had it locked in a box. Got it like an Amazon box, right? Emptied the box, threw the bird in the box, closed the box. That's how these birds lived. They had atrocious, vile problems that were caused by humans. I can tell you it was probably one of the worst scenes I have ever seen as far as animal cruelty goes. And I've seen a lot in my life. So anyway, they wound up going, helping. They got these birds, and they brought all these birds back to their place. They have a massive building. They're very clean. They're very good. They have them separated out of rooms. And my 2 lovebirds that I brought home were in the room with the 400 plus cockatiels. They all had their own cages. That wasn't it. They were being fed, but it was stressful for them. So when I got them, she was very, very stressed. So now, and I'm actually sitting here looking right now, she's kind of bonding with me. I'm going to turn this just so you can see, Cindy and everybody. I don't know if you'll be able to or not. Hang on. See, her little butt is sitting right on the water cup there on the top. Okay, that's the closest she's been to me since I've gotten her. So she's beginning to trust me and feel safe. And that's why they're quiet. It's because I'm making the other birds be quiet. But that's the reason. They'll be out soon, but not for a while. All right. Let me see. Oh. Well, there you go. How fitting. Wow. And I'm sorry for your loss. I'm really sorry for your loss. But that's his way of coming through, right? It's and again, you're divine. That's amazing. Thank you for that confirmation. I'm glad you're here. And I hope that brought you some comfort, right? And you guys all gotta remember. Thanks, Dan. I'll make sure the kids see it, okay? Thank you very much. You got to understand, and they are around us, our loved ones that have passed. And like I said, I have, the wolf has passed. It's been 4 years. Her kids are doing amazing. She's got a brand new grandson to add to the other grandchildren she had. And he looks just like the wolf. And I get communications from her all the time. I get communications for you guys when I do reads. I get communications from Spirit all the time. You just got to believe our energy doesn't die. These people are still around us. They still care about us. And a lot of times they look at their life differently and say, we wish we could have been better, or we're sorry we left you at that time, or whatever, right? But they're there. So just know that. And I'm really glad that's Lindsay, that's awesome. I'm just so happy for you. Okay, all right. Let me go down the list a little bit farther. All right. Yeah. I could tell you, and these people, Lorraine, were going to go to court. I mean, they could have already been brought in front of a judge, at least to set a trial date. I can tell you, I'm glad I'm old. And I'm glad I didn't live there anymore, because I did live near the situation that had happened, because I would have wanted to really physically go after these people if I was younger. Would have been exactly what I would have done. Like I had said earlier, in my 20s and 30s, I'd just pop off. I don't do that anymore, but it's, believe me, and I could tell you things. It was just horrific. I won't even repeat it. And they were very, very stressed. But she's doing better. She's getting a little better. And she was picking all her feathers too while they had her. And she's not. I have no feathers on the bottom of the cage, and she's preening, which means there's new feather growth coming in. And I'm just so excited about that. So it's going to take some time. Yes, you can. I'll be happy to give you a reading. How are you? Simon, how are you? How are you? All right, let's see what I can get for you. Yeah, they'll be on soon enough. You guys will see them. I'm posting a little bit on Facebook with them, and on Instagram, and actually on TikTok too, so people can see their progress. So it's all good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm laughing because Mango's down in the corner of his cage, like looking at me like, are you going to let me out? Are you going to let me out? No, I'm not going to let you out. All right, Simon, your card is the medicine wheel. Okay. So this is a cultural thing within the indigenous people. But a lot of cultures have similar things. So what the medicine wheel is, and you can see it represents all nations, all cultures. It doesn't matter. We're all equal. Okay. So this actually came out pretty straight. Sometimes they come out when I toss them and they're crooked or tilted or whatever. Yours is coming out the way you should see it, right? Okay. So this is all about balance and what's best for you. Oh, we have a storm coming. It's getting windy. Okay, so this is all about you. I'm sorry, I'm just like off in another world. This is about your balance. And this seems to be the theme for today. You need to do stuff that's going to benefit you for you. You are not supposed to be taking influence from outside sources around you, as far as like family or neighbors or just people that are outside your sacred circle. It's like they're trying to make impressions on you so you do what they want you to. You need to really just sit and work on self. Kind of like what I did, right? I unplug and I take care of myself. So my time is guided by what I need to do or how I feel, right? You cannot listen and allow anybody else to make those choices for you. You can get input and you can think about it, but it's not them that's going through whatever this is that you're going through. You need to trust yourself to make the right steps. Like I said, unplug, right? Don't listen to all the banter. And I feel like a lot of chaos and a lot of like, oh, you should be doing this or you should be doing that, or why aren't you doing this, or why can't you do this? Why should you do it this way? You should do it that way. That kind of noise that I'm hearing right now when I'm looking and trying to link in. You need to listen to self. You need to listen and do what's best for Simon, okay? If you need assistance with that, go to people that are not involved with you, which means go to, okay, for instance, okay, my medical insurance, it got ripped out and I didn't know about it. They canceled it, not because I didn't do something. I was never notified. I had to choose a plan, right? So when I found out about it because I ordered my couple meds that I get every month. And I was like, what do you mean I don't have coverage? Are you kidding me? That's how I found out, all right? Well, I tried to go to different places to figure out what happened. And finally, I went to the source. I went to my Medicare, okay? So I'm letting y'all know, but that's what I'm on. So they said, oh, no, I've been on this plan since 2004. And they're like, yeah, but you need to make a choice. So they set me up in a way that I could help myself, right? I could look at everything and it was not stressful. And if I needed questions answered, I'd go and call who I needed to call based on what I found through our healthcare system, and it worked. But it didn't work listening to everybody else. I had to do it for me. I chose what was best for me. And I actually came out way ahead of the game. So what this is all about is you balancing yourself for yourself. Okay? Don't get scared. Don't get nervous. Just say, hey, universe, help me choose which step I take. Help me feel clearer in my head what's going on. Send me the right people to assist me. Okay? So that's all about. It's all about balance for you and you doing what you need to do for you. It probably won't make everybody happy. Anything we do doesn't always make other people 100% happy. That's just the way it is. All right, there you go, Simon. Thanks for popping on, and that's your card today, and I hope it resonates. I love you too, Megan. This is my daughter from another mother. Say hi to her and her little boy. Another one of my little cubs. He's turning 3, and they're having a birthday party that we're all going to be to him. Little Jacob's 3 years old. He's such a beautiful little boy, and I love Megan and JW, his parents, so much, so much. So, all right, guys, I love you very much, and this has been so fun coming back. And look, it's 11:11 or 1:11, so 111. Make a wish, guys, and until next time. And you just have to watch, follow me, and like the page, and you'll find out when I'm going to be around next. All right, I love y'all. Take care.
Yeah. Cool. What it? Bye, bear, my bear.
Bye, Mama Bear.
See you later, bear, my bear, my bear.
I